Dean, what's your thoughts on the game tonight?
Unbelievable first quarter for us. And probably could have been, in some ways up a little bit more. They made a couple of plays at the end of the quarter. End of the half as well. Dave Anderson makes a big three to kind of, it was 20 at that point, but probably, one of the first games that we've really established a significant lead like that, and to learn how to continue to attack and know that, they're going to make a run at you, and they did straight after the half. They made their run and made it a real ball game, and there was some good individual talent on our side tonight that made plays when we need them to make plays. But it was good to see the other side of it too. See Peter Hooley, Craig Moller, just see those guys play more minutes than they've played so far, and thought Pete had a really good impact on the game as well.
You mentioned individual talents. What did you make of Casper's start, and how hot he was?
Yeah, unbelievable start, and it's only kind of fouls slowed him down a little bit there for a while. But yeah, when he's a guy that we've known over time, when Chris is out, start of last year, he goes to Adelaide and just torches him over there, and certainly a guy that senses moments when they really need him, and that's what you want from your imports.
And I take it as well, there was, when he was on 2 fouls, did you have a sort of thought, let's chance it, let's roll the dice here?
Obviously, him and Mitch were pretty crucial to the game, so being able to try and take care of him in the first half and make sure he didn't get in too much trouble, but picked up the third and certainly closed out the game, so we got what we wanted out of him.
It was disappointing that I guess you let him back in the game there when they did ramp it up in that second half and they got as close as they did.
Yeah, and I think there was some, 3 balls, they got some momentum. Conklin was tough. There's not, he was making some tough fadeaways, and the post defence, there seemed to be difficult for us not to foul in some of those situations where 2 guys are really banging on each other. So I need to go back and review that, and we gave him too many free throws in the end, and we'll have to change some of the ways that we played post defence, because obviously we weren't doing the right thing tonight. They were just calling fouls on it.
I guess on the flip side, would you like to see a bit more of a killer instinct to really put the foot down?
Yeah, I felt myself getting quite angry in that first half, and I think that was why, because I wanted us to really, continue to really drive, and it's got to come from somewhere when you've got a margin to make sure that we don't relax a little bit. And I probably got too angry at a couple of incidences, both with referees and with our guys. So I got to calm down a little bit more there. But I knew how crucial that game was, and just the mindset of. And coming off the game in Perth where, we felt like we won it in that first overtime, and, just the emotion of how that affected us. I thought we did a great job of dealing with the travel, moving on to this game, and not letting that one affect us at all.
Burns looked pretty sore. It's just soreness that he's just labouring with?
Yeah, no, he rolled his ankle the first play of the game pretty much in Perth, and struggled a little bit the first half, and then did some good things in the second half, and Alex come in and really rebounded well for us tonight. Obviously, something that we needed to improve from past games, both Perth and the first time we played Illawarra, and I thought as a group we really took a good rebounding mentality into tonight. Josh is, at these 2 games in a weekend, at times he's a little older, he's going to have to deal with things, and that's a luxury of having Alex Pledger as well.
Casper, what got you going at the start there?
Like Coach said, we just had to step up with Chris out, and we did it collectively too. It wasn't just me. It was Barlow had a great start, Pledger. So it's one of them things that we're used to doing, like he said, just stepping up when somebody goes out.
Dean was saying that after the Perth game he wasn't that happy with other guys didn't take Chris's sort of leading role once Chris went off. Did you take that to heart a bit?
Yeah, you got to. I was on the court too, so it's one of them things like. And I felt like I could have did more too, so it wasn't like he was wrong. I could have did more to win that game. But you move on. He said it, you work on it, and you move on.
Okay. How much confidence, I guess, do you take out of that start to back it up after the Perth game and to come out firing tonight?
Just one of the things, just be aggressive. Started off bad this year shooting, but you just can't think about it. Just always want to be aggressive. I think that's where I help my team, just being aggressive.
Then we saw parts of tonight where the guys really got going both ends, then they sort of fade off again. Is that just sort of where we're at in the season? Or where do you think the team is at in sort of finding that consistent sort of hard style?
Yeah, you look at every game that we've played so far, and it's been tight. And I think we continue to learn a lot about ourselves right now in these games, and we know there's so many improvements. And then this group is really good at when obviously we identify something and we accept it as a group that we're not good at it, and then we get better. We turn the ball over too much for a while. We go to Perth and we have 10 turnovers in 2 overtimes. Tonight we really focus on the rebounding part, and we really get that done. So they're a group that really locks into the things the information that we're giving them. But again, we can't let things regress as well, and it's not just a focus for one game. We've got to make sure that once we get better at something that we continue to improve in those areas. So so much to work on, but this league is going to have injuries, and every team's going to have their injuries at some point. And so anytime you lose a key member of your team and you get a win in this league, it's going to be pretty critical.
Speaking of that, I mean, you've obviously got a history with him, but how big is Alex Pledger being for you guys this season? Like, I think one of the most underrated signings of the off-season.
Yeah, and I've always had great faith in Alex, and once he came out of college, he joined my New Zealand NBL team, and we had that for 3 or 4 years, and he really is a unique rebounder. He loves it. It's something that drives him. Other people enjoy points and steals and assists and different things, and he, it's one of the most unselfish things that for him to go and walk up to the stat sheet and see how many rebounds he's got, because it drives him. It's a goal for him. And now, his offensive game, there's still some improvements that we can continue to make. We want to be able to throw to him at the block, and for him to be really comfortable, shooting hooks either way or getting fouled. But then there's the jump shot that he's really developed over time as well. And we probably haven't allowed him to do it enough at the moment. But, around that elbow area, he's pretty deadly.
Casper, tonight, I know you've touched on it a few times, but was tonight the real chance to see how McCarron and Kennedy's running and rebounding can help you as well? So you can just bust those lanes.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, I said it before. It takes a lot off me, when they're double teaming and trying to let me go Mitch, bring it up, DJ, bring it up. And just for me to go spot up, get points that way just to get off the ball sometimes is a big help.
And with the fouls, you mentioned it, but is it an ongoing concern, or do you think it will come back to the field a bit, the team's foul count?
Yeah, I thought it was one of the things that we discussed, in the first 3 games, that we're actually at a lower level than we were, last year. These last 2 games, I think we've had 27 fouls both games, and I think our sweet spot is around that 21, 22 fouls. So, we'll go back, and I think obviously there's 4 or 5 that we can make improvements on. But yeah, I'm not so concerned about it, because I really want the defensive intensity right now, and we've stayed pretty vanilla right now. We just stayed with our man-to-man, and we've really just tried to lock into our rules. And as the season goes along, we're going to continue to add something that's even more aggressive and something that's a little bit less aggressive. But just locking into our defensive rules at this time of year, and we've been doing a pretty good job.
And do you think Chris is much chance to go to Cairns with you, or are you more likely to hold him out and wait till come in?
Yeah, medical advice kind of suggested that maybe it's another game or so, but they thought he responded quickly over the last day or so. So again, if he continues that progress, he's a chance.
Dean, just back on Alex quickly, is there a chance that he stays starting on Saturday in Cairns and you keep Josh off the bench, or do you expect to go back with Josh if he's fully fit?
Yeah, a lot of it's form right now, and we've got we've got the 2 games, so we're going up there. We're coming back for Sydney as well. So again, they may start 1, Pledge may start 2. Practice form will be a part of it as well, and then history will be a part of it. And I've got history with both of them, so we'll look at the matchups. We'll look at their practice form. I like that. we're going into each game. We've had different starting lineups, and people are accepting that and accepting roles coming off the bench as well.
Casper, has your dad texted you? Did he text you during the game?
Nah, this one was too late for him. He got to go to work. He sleep.